What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Life at the Hamids. In today's video, we're going to be finding out finally how the potatoes have done and whether fertilized or non-fertilized potatoes make a difference. So I've got about 5 bags of each that we're going to basically test out, and we'll see what yield they do. And make sure you stay to the end, because what I'll do is I'm going to do a harvest and I'll show you what I harvest today as well, because there's quite a lot of produce that's ready to pick. If you haven't done so already, please take this time to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. It makes a really big difference to the channel. So let's get on with it and I'll show you the potatoes. All right, so I've got 3, 6, 7, 8 bags that I use fertilizer in, and I've got 5 bags over here. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to do 5 to 5, and basically we'll go from there. So I'm going to, because I've got lack of space, is I'm going to just empty one bag out into the, what's it called, the wheelbarrow, and then I'll put it back. And I'll use this one to basically, now I've let it dry out, so I'm just going to put all these potatoes back in here. So look at that, we've got a little hole there. I don't know whether that's from the strimmer, but these are the fertilized potatoes. So let's have a look at how many we get. Oh, look at that, we've got a weird one over here. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to sift through this, and then I can reuse these as well. So I'm going to put them into my what's it called, Hessian sacks that I've got. So let's see if I've missed any. I've got a few more. I could have been better at watering these as well a few times. We had a new baby, so not excuses, but that did play a part in it. All right, I've got little ones. Sorry. Here we go. It's quite a few potatoes from one bag. I'm just going to systematically go from one side to another again. In fact, just bear with me one moment, and I'm going to grab one of the green sacks to put some of the compost in. All right, so my green sack actually has a hole at the bottom, but I've got some spare potato sacks, grow bags. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the remaining compost back in, and then what I can do is keep emptying out into here. Because what it is so easy to miss potatoes. And then let's see, I'm really excited because we love our potatoes and they're just nice to grow and they taste so much better. All right, now that there's less in here, I'm just going to do it like this. There's nothing in there. Good. So if Daffy just shows you how many we actually got from that one there. So that's not bad for one potato. I think I could have got more if I am clever about it. Make sure I water. I think there's a way to layer them as well to make sure more grow. I'll have to do some research, but I've seen different methods, so I'll have to try that out. Because what I did is I planted 3 next to each other. Maybe if I layer them, there might be a different yield. Maybe that will be the next experiment. Oh, and look how important it is. Even though I'm being careful, one slipped through. So this is why I'm being thorough, or trying to be thorough, and doing it in the wheelbarrow. Plus I don't have space to chuck them out. Okay, let's move on to the next one. And then what I'll do is I'll speed it up, because I'm sure you don't want to go through watching me do this constantly. So what I'll do is I'll speed it up. Let's just do one more and we can go from there. So I'm going to empty this one out, and then I'll probably just put it straight back in there. All right. So you can see it's all dried out now. So nothing growing there. This one looks like it's got a lot more. I don't know what that is. I'm just going through it carefully. At the bottom, there's nothing at the bottom. And then we start to get potatoes. So the good thing is I can get rid of this as I'm doing it this time. So, and I'm just going to chuck these. I'm doing the fertilized version first. I'm just going to chuck these all into the same. Also, it looks like one rotted. You can see that the potato skin there was nothing left. So, don't know what happened there. Let's have a look at the rest of these. Hopefully they're okay. All right. Got a nice amount in here. From what I can see anyway. I'm just getting rid of the compost slowly and then leaving potatoes. So let's start taking some out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these home and then put them in the garden and let them dry out. So when you let them dry out, they'll form a little bit of a skin and they'll store longer. Now with these, I'm just going to dust them off. I'm not going to wash them. They should last longer that way. And then I'll just put them in the Hessian bag. And the Hessian bag is a special bag that allows it to breathe. Oh, look, another missed one. So that's the good thing about doing it this way. I don't know whether I should wear a mask. There's lots of dust coming from this. All right. So I think this one had more. What do you think, Daffy? Yeah? I feel like I got more from this one. All right. So just gonna sift through. And you'll know if you missed one if something grows next year before I plant it. So I'm just gonna check. All right, so I've got 5 of these to do and then another 5. What I'm gonna do is, you've seen what I'm doing basically. I'm gonna put you on a time lapse, let you see me finish the whole process from start to finish. And then what we'll do is we'll come back and we'll have another chat and we'll look at the yields. All right, catch you in a bit. All right, everybody. So I've harvested the potatoes. Does your back in, really tiring. However, it's really worth it. In terms of what I found was that the potatoes, if you come and have a look over here, what I found was that the potatoes that were done in the that had fertilizer in them, they're a lot bigger. You can see massive potatoes in here, and a lot more of them are big, right? And if you look at the potatoes that had no fertilizer, they were a lot smaller. They were watered the same, and everything else was done the same. If you look at the yield, you can see this is about half a grow bag, and this is about a quarter. So there's a big difference in terms of yield. For potato fertilizer, it must make a difference in size and yield. Now, look, the remaining potatoes, so this was 3 grow bags worth. Again, so these are the remaining. So the other 2 bags I just showed you were the 5 bags to 5 bags. Now, if you look at that one was just 3 bags with fertilizer, and it's already outshone the 5 bags without fertilizer. So all in all, you can tell that it's definitely worth using fertilizer. It was about £1.30 or £1.45 a bag, basically £1.50 max, and it's definitely worth it. I've found that it is the case. In terms of the yield compared to last year, I think the grow bags have not done too bad, because I remember I had a Hessian sack, about half a Hessian sack full of the red ones and half a Hessian sack full of the white ones. Now this looks like I'd have the same amount, maybe slightly less. So it's not that bad. If I use the potato fertilizer, I think that I would get the same amount. So I definitely would be doing this again. You can see Elijah in the background playing with the fan. Yeah, hopefully soon he'll be helping me out in the allotment. But I'm really happy with the test and the experiment. I will, if I ever get another allotment, I will do it in the ground, because I think the main thing is, if you come and have a look over here quickly, or I'll show it to you, is there was potatoes that had rotten. So you can see there's potatoes that actually rotted down. So I got a feeling that was because I could have basically collected them sooner. Able to collect a little bit of everything, which is lovely, which means I can actually continue growing and use them fresh. But yeah, so please let me know. I can hear Elijah in the background starting to play up, and we're nearly done now anyway. But please let me know, what do you think of the experiment with the potatoes? Have you found anything different? Is there anything you want me to try next year? And leave that in the comment section below, and let me know how your garden's going. And as always, please remember to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll catch you in the next one.